Good day everyone. Our topic for today is all about midpoint of a segment. So let's start. The midpoint of a segment is a point that divides and makes two equal and congruent segments. So para magbigay ng example, let's consider this number line and maglagay tayo ng character sa bawat points ng ating number line. So lagay natin dun sa 0, ilagay natin si Shikamaru. And dun sa 8 is si Sasuke. Next, yung goal natin is maghanap yung midpoint ng dalawang karakter natin. You can pause this video para hanapin. Pwede kang mag-count para makita mo yung gitna ng dalawa nating karakter. Now, if you have the answer, here's the answer and solution. So, yung midpoint nilang dalawa is sa 4. Now, ang tanong, paano ba makukuha agad yung midpoint? So as you can see, yung distance ni Naruto kay Shikamaru ay 4 units at yung distance ni Naruto kay Sasuke is also 4 units. So meaning, yung 4 ay yung midpoint ng dalawa. Or in a sense, yung 4 yung midpoint ng 0 and yung 8. Now, paano ba mas madaling makuha yung midpoint? Or meron ba tayong formula na pwedeng gamitin para makuha yung midpoint? And the answer is yes. So pwedeng makuha yung midpoint gamit tong method na to. So we have the first number plus the second number divided by 2. So we have 0 plus 8 divided by 2, we have 4. So meaning, yung 4 yung kanilang midpoint. Let's have another example. Si Shikamaru ay nasa negative 6 while si Sasuke ay nasa positive 9. The question is, ano yung kanilang midpoint? Or anong number yung midpoint nila? Saan po pwesto si Naruto para nasa gitna siya ng dalawang karakter natin? Okay? So, pause this video. If you have the answer, ito na po yung answer and solution. So, we have negative 6, yung pwesto ni Shikamaru, plus 9, yung pwesto ni Sasuke, divided by 2. So, we have negative 6 plus 9 is positive 3, then divided by 2. So, we have 3 over 2 or simply 1.5. So, meaning si Naruto ay dapat nakapwesto sa pagitan ng 1 and 2. So, meaning, yung distance niya kay Shikamaru at yung distance niya kay Sasuke ay equal. So, ganun yung pagkuha ng midpoint. Add natin yung dalawang number, then divided by 2. Okay. Now, let's consider these 2 points on our Cartesian plane. So, we have points A sub 1, y sub 1. And we have point B, x sub 2, y sub 2. Next, yung goal natin is mahanap yung midpoint between these 2 points. So, paano yung gagawin natin? Una, hanapin muna natin yung midpoint nung kanilang x coordinates. So, ano ba yung gitna nitong x sub 1 saka yung x sub 2? So, alam na natin kung paano kunin yung midpoint. May formula tayo doon. Yung first number plus yung second number divided by 2. So, ito yung kanilang midpoint. Whatever number it is. Okay? Next, kunin naman natin yung midpoint nung kanilang mga y coordinates. So, paano kukunin yun? First number plus the second number divided by 2. So, ito yung midpoint ng y coordinates nila. Therefore, the coordinate of their midpoint is equals to x sub 1 plus x sub 2 divided by 2. Ito yun, yung x coordinate, comma, y sub 1 plus y sub 2 divided by 2. Ito naman yung nasa y. So, ito yung coordinate nung pulang dot. We have x sub 1 plus x sub 2 divided by 2, comma, y1 plus y sub 2 divided by 2. And that's the midpoint formula. Okay, so let's apply in some examples. Find the coordinate of the midpoint of the following. So number 1, negative 3, 2, and 5, 8. So we have x sub 1, y sub 1, at meron tayo ditong x sub 2, y sub 2. Now, gamitin natin yung midpoint formula. We have the sum ng dalawang x divided by 2 plus the sum ng dalawang y then divided by 2. So, we have x sub 1 natin ay negative 3. Substitute lang natin. We have 5 x sub 2 divided by 2. Next, y sub 1 natin ay 2 plus y sub 2 natin is 8 then divided by 2. Now, negative 3 plus 5 is equals to 2. 2 divided by 2. Next, 2 plus 8 is 10. So, we have 10 divided by 2. Now, simplify pa natin. 2 divided by 2 is 1. And then, 10 divided by 2 is 5. Therefore, the midpoint between negative 3, 2 and 5, 8 is 1, 5. 5. And we're done. Example number 2. Negative 6, 3 and 9, 2. So yung goal natin is mahanap yung coordinates ng midpoint. So we have the solution, x sub 1, y sub 1, and x sub 2, y sub 2. Next, gamitin natin yung formula ng midpoint. X sub 1 plus x sub 2 divided by 2, y sub 1 plus y sub 2 divided by 2. Now, substitute lang natin lahat ng mga values na meron. So we have negative 6 plus 9. Ito yung x sub 1 and x sub 2 divided by 2, negative 3, y sub 1 plus y sub 2, yung 2 divided by 2. Simplify natin. We have negative 6 plus 9 is 3 divided by 2. Negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1 divided by 2. Since hindi na yun masisimplify, nasa simplest form na siya, therefore, the coordinates of the midpoint of these 2 points is 3, 2, negative 1, 2. And we're done. Okay, now let's have another example. Find the median of the side of a triangle whose vertices are given. Determine the intersection of the median or so-called the centroid. Now, explain muna natin. Ano nga ba yung median? So, let's have a triangle. Pangalanan natin yung vertices as point A, point B, and point C. Next, kunin natin yung midpoint nung side AB. Kunin natin yung midpoint nung side BC. At kunin natin yung midpoint nung side AC. Next, yung median of a triangle is a line segment joining the vertex to the midpoint of the opposite side. Paano yun? So, i-connect natin yung vertex B dun sa midpoint ng opposite side niya, which is AC. Now, itong line na to, ang tawag dyan sa line na yan, yung sa dotted line na yan, is the median. So, ang tanong, ilang median meron tayo sa isang triangle? And the answer is 3. Kasi meron tayong tatlong vertices. So, yun yung una. Ito yung pangalawa. From C hanggang dun sa midpoint nung side AB. And yung pangatlo, from vertex A papunta dun sa midpoint nung side BC. Okay, so meron tayong tatlong median. So, ang tawag natin dyan is median. Now, yung centroid naman is the intersection of the three medians. So, kung mapapansin, kahit anong triangle yung i-drawing mo, mag-i-intersect yung tatlong median na gagawin mo. At yung intersection na yun, ang tawag natin doon ay centroid. Okay? So, we have the median. Kukunin muna natin yung midpoint ng bawat side. Kukonect natin doon sa kanilang opposite vertices. Yun yung median. At yung intersection ng mga median, ang tawag doon ay centroid. Okay? So, sagutan natin yung ating example. So, we have point A, 3, 5. Point B, 0, negative 4. At point C, negative 2, 3. So, much better, gamit kayo ng Cartesian coordinate plane or Cartesian plane para i-plot yung mga points para makita nyo yung ginagawa ninyo. Or para ma-visualize nyo kung tama ba yung nakukuha nyong sagot. Okay, so yung point A natin, ilagay natin dito yung 3, 5. Yung point B, along y-axis, 0, negative 4. And point C, sa second quadrant, negative 2, 3. Next, gawa tayo ng triangle. Kagaya nung nasa ating example kanina. Next, ano yung goal natin? Hanapin natin yung midpoint ng AB. So, paano ba natin hahanapin yung midpoint ng AB? Add natin yung dalawang x, then divided by 2. Add natin yung dalawang y, then divided by 2. So, we have 3 plus 0 is equals to 3. Divided by 2, so we have 3 over 2. Next, 5 plus negative 4 is 1. Divided by 2, so we have 1 over 2. So, ganun lang hanapin yung midpoint. Okay? Next, midpoint naman ni CB. Okay, so negative 2 plus 0 is negative 2 divided by 2 or simply negative 1. Next, 3 plus negative 4 is negative 1 divided by 2 is negative 1 over 2. So, ito yung midpoint ng CB. Next, yung midpoint naman ni AC. So, kung natin yung midpoint ng AC, so we have negative 2 plus 3 is positive 1 divided by 2 is 1 half. 3 plus 5 is 8 divided by 2, we have 4. So, 1 half, 4. So, yun yung kanyang midpoint. Okay, so kung i-check naman natin, base dun sa kanyang coordinates, may sense naman or tama naman yung ating ginagawa. So, para malaman nyo kung tama yung inyong nakukuhang points, gamit kayo ng Cartesian plane. Okay, so libre naman yan. Next, i-connect natin yung bawat vertex dun sa opposite side, dun sa midpoint ng opposite side, para makuha natin yung ating median. So, meron tayong tatlong median. Ang nahanap natin dito, find the median of the side of the triangle whose vertices are given. So, we're done. Tapos na yung ating median. So, yung median, ipapakita natin na i-connect natin yung vertex dun sa midpoint ng opposite side. Okay? So, meron tayong tatlo. If nakakita tayo ng ganitong problem, find the median of the side of the triangle. So, make sure meron tayong illustration like this. Okay? Next. The final goal is to determine the intersection of the median or so-called the centroid. So, paano natin mahanap yung centroid na yan? Okay, so meron tayong formula na gagamitin na may halos kinalaman sa midpoint. So, ito yung formula para makuha yung centroid. So, we have x sub 1 plus x sub 2 plus x sub 3 divided by 3, comma, y sub 1 plus y sub 2 plus y sub 3 divided by 3. Now, ang tanong, saan natin makikita yung x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2, x sub 3, y sub 3. So, ito yun. Yung ating tatlong points. So, yung unang point yun yung x sub 1, y sub 1. Yung second, we have x sub 2, y sub 2. And yung third is x sub 3, y sub 3. Now, ito ay substitution na lang. So, ipapalit lang natin yung x sub 1, yung x sub 2, x sub 3, saka yung y sub 1 hanggang sa y sub 3. Then divided by 3, and that's the coordinate of your centroid. So, gawin natin. So, we have 3 plus 0 plus negative 2. So, kailangan naka-parenthesis. We have 5. We have negative 4, yung ating y sub 2. Y sub 3 natin ay 3. Then divided by 3. Now, we have 3 plus 0 plus negative 2 is 1. Next, 5 plus negative 4 plus 3 equals to positive 4. Therefore, the coordinates of the centroid is equals to 1 over 3, comma, 4 over 3. Since hindi na yun masisimplify, yan na po yung ating final answer. And we're done.